of 7.5 minutes, focusing on two of the most important revolutions in history. In both of these revolutions, the people took charge and spoke up for themselves. They went after what they wanted and continued to follow through until they succeeded.
Even though the 18-day Egyptian Revolution and the French Revolution took place centuries apart, they share some common themes. In many ways, it seems that history is repeating itself. In both Egypt and in France, revolutions were sparked in response to people's frustration with their quality of life. The people wanted better for themselves, which means that both these revolutions can be easily compared.
Now, through the magic of time-traveling technology, we join Henry Coleman, reporting live from France in the year 1789. Mr. Coleman, why are the French people so displeased?
First off, food is too expensive. The price of bread has increased by 50% within the past couple of years. The people have no say in what goes on in their government, and while the rich enjoy the luxurious life at the palace at Versailles, they are ignoring the plight of the poor. The general mood of the crowd today is furious.
Thanks for that, Henry. Now we join Ellen Douglas, live from Tahrir Square. Tell us, Miss Douglas, are the people crowded into the square as dissatisfied with the Egyptian government as the French were with theirs?
I'd say so, Calvin. Here, right where I'm standing, we see people protesting in the streets. They are here out of anger and frustration directed at their president, Hosni Mubarak. Food prices have skyrocketed, and many people oppose Egypt's foreign policy, especially on Israel and Palestine. And all the protesters are fed up with the government's corruption and routine use of torture. So here they are, protesting in Tahrir Square. They are trying to push their president out of office, but the government forces are pushing back against the people. The local authorities have been trying to contain the crowds for the past few days, but have not been able to disperse the rioters, who insist on being heard.
It's clear that this is one frustrated crowd. Now all we can do is wonder, what will be the results of all their frustration? Back to you, Mr. Coleman in Paris.
In France, here in 1789, we're seeing the same thing. Angry crowds gathering in mobs and rioting, trying to overthrow their leaders. This is getting bloody fast.
Thanks for that, Mr. Coleman. Miss Douglas, what are you seeing there in Tahrir Square?
The revolutionaries have set fire to government buildings, sending a clear sign that this is serious and they are not giving in. Their goal is straightforward, to force Mubarak to step down. Shortly after the fires were set, Hosni Mubarak resigns.
Miss Douglas, if I may step in here, I have an important update from Paris, where the people, poor and oppressed, have just beheaded the king and queen. It's insane here. If you could just hear the people in the streets, it's truly unbelievable.
Have you ever been beaten and attacked by the local police forces while you were just trying to protest peacefully?
If you have, then we encourage you to stay strong and continue to stand up against these evil forces. Every day, police brutality continues to be one of the main causes of death and injury among the protesters that have been inhabiting Tahrir Square and the other protest sites around the country.
So please, push on against Mubarak's forces because victory and freedom are coming very soon. Fight on.
Welcome back. Before the break, we were about to get back to Mr. Coleman for some last words. On that note, it's back to you, Henry.
Since the June elections, the revolution has come to an end. Mohamed Morsi has become president of Egypt, while the long-term outcomes of this revolution are unknown. It, like the French Revolution, is unlikely to be forgotten. That's not the only similarity between the two revolutions. During the French revolutions, the citizens overthrew the government and the monarchy tried to stop the revolution, just as the police forces of Mubarak's government have done recently in Egypt. In France, after the government was overthrown, the rights of man were established, stating that all men have the natural rights to property, liberty, and life. Whether the Egyptian revolution will lead to additional human rights, it's yet to be seen. That's it for now. More updates soon. Back to you, Ms. Dunn.
Here in Egypt, a 30-year-old man named Wael Ghonim, Google's regional marketing manager for the Middle East, has been instrumental in organizing the people. Ghonim created a Facebook page where he posted information about the brutality of Egyptian police. In January 2011, thousands of Egyptians fled Cairo and other cities demanding that Hosni Mubarak step down after 30 years as president.
Let me just say what a great show that was. Such shocking new information about revolutions has been learned here today.
Thank you to our guests tonight, Ellen Douglas and Henry Coleman. More information live, our next viewing on 7.5 minutes. Thanks for watching.